We forget for a reason. Sometimes it's because remembering hurts, other times because pretending we have moved on is easier than admitting we haven't. Call of the Night gets that. Beneath the neon lights and teasing dialogue, Season 2 is really a story about memory, about people who want to erase their pain but can't escape it. Because whether you're human or vampire, forgetting doesn't set you free, it just keeps you lost. And that's why Call of the Night understands us better than we think, because it knows how much it hurts to remember. Every vampire in Call of the Night has forgotten something. Not because they can't remember, but because they don't want to. Kabura hides from the memory of the human she used to be. She locks away the pain of losing Nazuna, the half-human child she was asked to protect, and the guilt that followed. In this world, immortality isn't about living forever. It's about endlessly trying not to feel. They erase the parts of themselves that hurt, the same way we bury memories we can't face. But that doesn't make them free, it just leaves them empty. It's not immortality that hurts, it's remembering why you wanted it. When Kabura said she kept the blood from her human days to remember, it felt like she was saying she still wanted to feel something real. That jar of blood was her nostalgia, her photo album, her story, her proof that she was once human. And like any memory, it was both a comfort and a curse. Because that's how memory works for us too. Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it aches, but it's always out of reach. Like nostalgia, you can only relive it in your head. That's why stories like this hit so hard. They make us remember things we thought we had forgotten. Forgetting in this world is a curse, but for humans, it's a choice. And maybe that's what Call of the Night wants to tell us. That deep down, we often choose not to remember because facing the past means facing ourselves. If the vampires represent forgetting, Detective Uguisu represents what happens when you remember too much. Her story is a wound that never healed. Her father turned into a vampire, her family broke apart, and she never found peace. The moment she took out her father, that's the moment everything inside her froze. It wasn't just a murder, it was the death of her past. The lighter he left behind, the glasses she wore after him, those weren't keepsakes. They were anchors tying her to a moment she could never move past. Her hatred of vampires isn't justice, it's grief disguised as purpose. It's what happens when pain becomes the only thing you have left to hold on to. And in that sense, she's not much different from Kabura, both clinging to the past, just in opposite ways. When Ko reaches out to her, it's not pity, it's understanding. Because Ko doesn't try to erase her pain, he simply listens. And for the first time in 10 years, someone reminds her that she is still human. She didn't want to kill vampires. She just wanted someone to finally tell her it wasn't her fault. There is something almost Hanekama-like about her. A person crushed under the weight of family and expectation, breaking quietly until someone finally sees her. Both of them are proof that when nobody helps you process your pain, it just festers until you can't tell what's real anymore. Her story is tragic, yes, but also redemptive in its own way, because she does what so many can't. She faces the memory instead of hiding from it. By the end, remembering becomes the way forward for everyone. Nazuna faces her own origins, Ko understands what he truly values, and even the detective learns to let go. The fireworks scene says it all. It's not a celebration of victory, it's a quiet sigh of acceptance, a reminder that the night doesn't just hide pain, it also carries hope. Every light in that sky is a person, flawed, fragile, but still shining. For Nazuna, this is where growth happens. She starts off saying she and Ko don't need just romance, that what they have is enough for them at that situation. But through everything, Kabura's past, the detective's trauma, she starts to understand that love isn't about labeling something, it's about caring despite the fear of loss. When she tells Ko that being weird is okay, it's more than just a joke. It's a lesson in self-acceptance, because people change, friends drift, we grow apart from people we once thought we couldn't live without. That doesn't mean it was meaningless, it just means it was real. Kabura felt that too. She didn't fit with her human friends anymore, and that loneliness shaped her forever. It's something we all face. There are people who belong to specific moments in our lives, and when those moments pass, we can only carry the memories. We don't have to resent that. We just have to learn to let it be. The fireworks, the city lights, the laughter under the moon, it's all a kind of closure, hope and memory sharing the same sky. In the end, Call of the Night Season 2 isn't about running away from the world, it's about learning to live with it. Memories, mistakes, and all. Forgetting can protect you for a while, but healing, that starts when you remember. We forget for a reason, sometimes to survive, sometimes because we think we have to, but as this story shows, remembering isn't weakness, it's what keeps us human. That's why we forget, and that's why Call of the Night understands us better than we think.